How's it going, YouTube? Oxy here. Welcome back. So, got some interesting news. Of course, there, as the title suggests, there's a new Amnesia game coming out. The fourth, I guess fifth, but depending on you, it could be the fourth coming out. And of course, well, mostly like Amnesia. What is that? So, you know starting back with the first game, Amnesia: The Dark Descent, it was really the game that launched the careers of many YouTubers like PewDiePie, Markiplier, right? It was like that Let's Play horror game that just caught on, It's one of the most influential now of like the modern era because it was like 2010, I believe. It's definitely an important video game nowadays, again, just like what it did. And yeah, it's a classic. And of course, it was followed up by Amnesia Justine a year later, which this is where I said it's 4 or 5. It's an expansion to the first game, so you could consider it one, but it was released as like a standalone, so you could count it as its own game. It is a separate story from the first one, so I'm just gonna say 5 games in total. Then you had, of course, Amnesia, Machine for Pigs. Pretty underrated. I like that one a lot. The only one not made by Frictional Games, the studio that, created Amnesia, and they made all the ones since. This is the only one they did not make. Then there was Amnesia Rebirth, which came out, I think 2018 originally, but then 2020 was ported to Xbox at least. Like, it favored PlayStation. Like, it was out on them first, always on PC. And then finally, we're here to the newest game announced, the 5th title, Amnesia: The Bunker, which there's a trailer, so check it out. But yeah, pretty interesting. Of course, we don't get much. It's just a little teaser. But hey, we're getting a new Amnesia game. I'm excited. So I have to point this out. Interesting. So Amnesia, at least some of these later releases, were favoring PlayStation console-wise. So there's always a PC first series. So it is coming out on PC, both Steam and the Epic Game Store, which is great to see. I know a lot of people have their issues there with like, it's like exclusive to Epic or that sort of thing. It's coming to both, so both of you can check it out. But the first 3 games, so Dark Descent, Justine, and Machine for Pigs, were bundled in the what they call the Amnesia Collection, and that so I was already in PC. That came out first on PlayStation, and then it took like 2 years for it to come to Xbox. So again, they favored PlayStation in that sense. And then with the most recent game, Amnesia Rebirth, which I should check out, same thing. PC aside, it's always there for, it was on PlayStation first, and it took like 2 years to get to Xbox. So console-wise, they were favoring PlayStation for a while, but now that might have changed. So Rebirth, though, the 4th game, is on Game Pass, though, so you could argue, hey, you get it cheaper there if you want to try it out. I'm probably gonna check it out, but yeah. So Amnesia: The Bunker is coming out on Xbox Series, Xbox One, PS4, and PC. And that's it. No PS5 version is listed. Now, I know the counter argument would be, oh, Xbox One, Xbox Series. A lot of games are like both, but it's like literally everywhere you look, it's the same listing. Never a PS5 version is mentioned. And at that point, why mention the Xbox Series? You know, yeah, games that do both, it's always the Xbox Series version is superior. Like it runs better, it displays in 4K. So for them to mention the Xbox Series and not PS5, interesting. Again, being their track record of usually favoring Sony, it seems that might have changed. And now I'm not saying anything that's not good or bad. I mean, you know, especially multi-platform games like this, it is interesting why there's not a PS5 version, or at least they never mentioned one. So we'll see. And hey, we could be wrong. There could be no proper Xbox Series version, and it's just a base Xbox One game with slight enhancements. We never know. But just point that out that yeah, there is no native PS5 version from what it seems. But again, Amnesia, influential series. Yeah, you could. Some people will argue, oh, but they're just walking sims, or they're like the game that started that. Similar how like Blair Witch in film was like one of the best examples of found footage, and then immediately after you got a million copycats. So similarly, it was like, yeah, you could say one of the games that popularized that type of horror, where it's like you don't really defend yourself, you just run and hide. And I know that's not for everybody. I can respect that, but at least the ones I'm familiar with, being Dark Descent and Machine for Pigs, those were fun. You know, whether it was like actually playing them or watching Let's Plays, a lot of fun. And I'll give Frictional Games props because they also made Soma back in 2017 before Amnesia Rebirth. And that game's awesome. Again, it's in that same vein. The story is amazing. Like, that ending, one of the best video game endings ever. Seriously, play it for yourself. Soma, it's like an underwater game, deals with like consciousness, what it means to be alive. Great game. So I'm confident. I've seen reviews for Rebirth. They seem okay. So I'm optimistic, and we'll see. Hey, maybe we'll even have a review. It's due 2023, sometime next year, which, hey, less than a month away. We'll see. If I had to guess, probably a summer release, maybe holiday if they're going for like the spooky October season. But we'll see. I'll check it out, and I'll be back to let you guys know how it is. But that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you like this type of content, I make new videos every Tuesday and Saturday. So please be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good jazz. And as always, everyone, I've been your host, Oxy. Take care, and I'll see you next time.